Long before he became an international pay-per-view superstar commanding millions of dollars under the bright arena lights, Terence Crawford was forged in adversity. Growing up in the tough, unforgiving streets of Omaha, Nebraska, he spent his youth developing an incredibly sharp, defensive mindset to survive. He discovered amateur boxing early, using the intense physical discipline of the gym to channel a naturally chaotic, aggressive energy into a highly technical form of human combat. This rough, blue-collar environment provided him with a profound inner resilience and a ferocious fighting spirit that no future opponent could ever hope to break. He adopted the simple nickname Bud, a title that perfectly masked the terrifying, cold-blooded ring general he would eventually become on stage. He did not fight for easy social media fame or corporate approval. He fought out of a raw, primal drive to prove his supreme athletic superiority over every man in his path. What truly transformed Terence Crawford into an absolute mythical figure within the global boxing community was his revolutionary switch-hitting ability. He is universally recognized as a technical master who can fight as a orthodox or a southpaw with the exact same level of elite precision. This rare physical gift allows him to completely scramble his opponent's defensive game plan within the first few rounds of a fight, leaving them lost in a state of absolute confusion. He reads the distance with the cold, calculated processing power of a supercomputer, waiting for the perfect split second to execute a devastating counter. He does not rely on wild, reckless exchanges. He traps his rivals in a web of subtle feints, sharp jabs, and sudden stance shifts that they never see coming. This surgical approach turned his bouts into highly studied masterclasses, proving that supreme ring intelligence is the ultimate weapon in the sweet science. The absolute historical pinnacle of Terence's legendary professional career was definitively forged when he captured all the major world title belts simultaneously. He achieved an incredibly rare, monumental feat by becoming the undisputed champion in the highly competitive junior welterweight division. Standing proudly under the arena lights, he proved to his critics that his clinical, methodical style of boxing was the absolute golden standard of the modern sporting era. He dismantled top-tier champions back-to-back, collecting every single piece of gold like a relentless conqueror who refused to share the throne with anyone. This historic run solidified his status at the absolute peak of the boxing world, earning him the widespread respect of hardcore purists worldwide. Crawford proved that his formula of patience, defensive mastery, and precise punching power could easily conquer any defensive system or aggressive style placed before him on the canvas. Following his historic undisputed run at junior welterweight, Terence made a spectacular, highly anticipated jump up to the elite welterweight division. He engaged in a legendary, high-stakes mega-fight against his undefeated rival Errol Spence Jr., a highly anticipated clash of pound-for-pound titans. Standing in Las Vegas, Bud put on the single most dominant, flawless boxing performance of the modern era, dropping his opponent multiple times with surgical accuracy. He stopped the champion in the 9th round to become the first male boxer in history to capture undisputed status in 2 different weight classes. This monumental victory officially launched his legacy into the absolute stratosphere of sports history, drawing comparisons to all-time greats. Wearing all the world title belts around his shoulders, Crawford solidified his reputation as the undisputed pound-for-pound king of the entire global boxing landscape. What truly separates Terence Crawford from almost every other defensive master of his generation is his absolutely terrifying killer instinct inside the ring. While he spends the early rounds of a bout calmly analyzing data, adjusting his stance, and establishing distance, he shifts gears violently. Once he hurts his opponent or detects a minor defensive flaw, he transforms instantly from a patient chess player into a highly aggressive, cold-blooded finisher. He unleashes a rapid, devastating torrent of heavy, accurate punches to both the head and body that rarely allows a hurt rival to recover. This clinical ability to secure spectacular knockout finishes is why his undefeated record is packed with so many dramatic, high-profile stoppages. Crawford does not fight to win boring, safe decisions. He fights to completely dismantle his opponent's spirit, leaving absolutely no doubt regarding who is the superior warrior. When Terence Crawford finally decides to permanently lay down his heavy leather gloves, he will leave behind an absolutely unique and immortal sports legacy. He entered the boxing world as a quiet, overlooked kid from Omaha and left it as one of the most respected, multi-divisional undisputed kings to ever live. His incredible life journey serves as a powerful reminder that raw intelligence, structured discipline, and character will always conquer the biggest stages on earth. Future generations of professional fighters will continually study his flawless stance-switching transitions and his surgical counter-punching timing, trying to replicate his magic. He showed the world that a boxer could achieve legendary immortality by remaining true to his craft, fighting the absolute best, and letting his actions speak. The pound-for-pound king has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an unforgettable mark in the history of sweet science.